Good morning. This is Jim Barlow with OakTree Premium Finance. Happy to meet with you this morning. This morning, we're going to talk about my retirement income gap calculator and show you how it works. This will probably be a short webinar, but I'll have it also posted on my website so people can review it anytime. Anyway, I'd like to go to my website and show you how it works. This is my website, and as you scroll down, I have my quick links, and it says Retirement Income Gap Calculator on the top of the quick links, and you can get to it from there, but you could also keep scrolling down, and we have the Retirement Income Gap Calculator again. Let's click here. Here it is. Let me just get it centered a little bit. On the left, we have 8 boxes. That's it. The purpose of my design on this calculator is to make finding out your gap really easy so that you know where you are and what you need to do. And I'll explain a few details as we go through it. You'll see how easy it is. So here on the left, you put in your age, and let's say 40. Here we have age you envision retiring. I've got it automatically set for 65, but this can be changed to anything you want. Some people start taking Social Security right at 62, and maybe they want to do that. So you could do that. Or some people don't take Social Security till 70. You could do that. Let's just leave it at 65. Next, we have an inflation rate. I put a default rate of 2%, but here again you can make changes. If you look over 50 years, a long time, it has been about 2%. More recently, it's been higher than that. Let's say we go 3. Then we put in your current annual income. Let's say your current annual income is $200,000, and voila, we have things starting to calculate on the right. What it's done is it's taking that 200,000, inflated by 3%, and for that 25 years from 40 to 65, discovered that what you want, actually I should go to the next point, but is 335,000 a year. Let me go to the next one. Next, the typical person uses about 80% or needs about 80% of their current income. So I've set as the default here, I put 80%. This also can be adjusted. Maybe you say, well, not me. I want that whole 200,000 in retirement. And if that's the case, just change this to whatever. Notice how the numbers are going up on the right as we change this to 100. So what we've now said, we've set inflation at 3%, and 200,000, I want 100% of that, and we've got that 25 years. So our projected desired annual income at retirement is 418,000. Now, and if you had no assets, that's your gap. But now let's start thinking through this. Total accumulated retirement savings, that's the next box. Let's say, and the purpose of this, my calculator, I really don't want you running around the house, opening the drawers and finding all your different statements, just put in what you kind of know. You probably know approximately what your assets are, and this includes both 401k, IRA, non-qualified money. I want just one number. So let's say it's 500,000. Just put the 500,000 in, and notice the whole thing started changing again. Below the 500,000, I've got a return. I've got another default at 7%, meaning year in, year out, you're going to average 7. Is that too low for you? Maybe it is. Over over 50 years or so, it's about 7. But let's say I'm pretty good at investing. I'm 8, 9, 10. Oh, I don't want to go 10 yet. I gotta explain that. Let's go with 8. Let's say you think, well, okay, I'll go with 8. And looking on the right now, we see that it's showing you a gap. So we have a desired income of 418,756. We have these assets, 500,000, that's going to grow to 3,424,000 at that 8%. And that will spin off an income of 267,867 from age 65 when we retire to the bottom box 90. What that 90 means, this is another default, is at age 90, you would at an 8% rate and the 500,000, you would have spent everything. In other words, you have no investments left. You use it all. And I guess a lot of us would like to think that we use every penny by the day we die, but that's probably not realistic. So if you feel queasy about age 90, my default, put it up. Put it whatever you want. Notice as you keep moving this to a higher age, we have a bigger gap. And I've actually just got, well, let's leave it at 100. So now we're saying the 500,000 growing at 8% will give us an income to age 90, and then it's over with. That's the simplicity of my calculator. No, notice there's no Social Security adjustment in here. And also the other thing was I had just one lump of your investments, qualified and non-qualified. I want this to be so darn easy that you can play with it and say, well, what if I got a higher return? Well, what if I work till 70? And in fact, just so you can see how easy this is, now that we've got all these numbers in, let's change this to start 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Now we've got a gap of 119,000. Oh, and the other point I wanted to point out is, notice we don't have a line saying how much you're contributing year in, year out. This is just a gap what you have right now. And with this knowledge, you're now in a position to say, what do I really need to do to achieve my goals from now till retirement? I like to think that my Kaizen product will do amazing jobs for you, but that's not the purpose of this webinar today. That's my retirement income gap calculator, and that's the simplicity of it, and that's all I really wanted to cover today. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see you on a webinar probably a month from now.